Hi, everybody. So I just listened to a Pleiadian message that was really beautiful. And while it's fresh in my mind, a lot of stuff came in while I was listening. And they talked about how Earth has been treated and humanity has been treated, and how we kind of had a dark takeover. But they're also being careful as well, with their words. So the dark takeover is over at this point. It really depends on your point of view, which determines your parallel. So I just want to describe some of the things that are happening right now that maybe we have forgotten. Or we didn't hear the video to begin with. So basically, the solar flash, there was lots and lots of discussion about the solar flash. And some people think it's still coming. But we already had the solar flash. And in this parallel, in the parallel where we didn't see it, we actually felt it over months of time. So in lower parallels, it probably hit all at once, and it was really hard on them. But in our more awakened parallel, we got to experience the solar flash as a gradual thing. So we didn't lose as many people during that time, but we did lose a lot during that time. Souls that decided that it wasn't going to work for them, or maybe that wasn't in their contract to stay. But basically, the solar flash started in March and it went all the way through July. So when I first received the information about it, it was going to be one day, one massively intense day. And I'm really grateful that that didn't happen, because I think for humanity, that was actually a lot better for it to be spread out. And I think the beings that have been really guiding things through God sources, guidance, actually. So God source is guiding everything, but there are beings that have been really assisting humanity. And they've been getting these messages about, not having the solar flash happen all in one day, for one thing. So there are a lot of beings that are able to manipulate energy and also alter things and change things as they go. And that's what we're now learning. So one of the things that was going to be happening after the solar flash was gifts were going to be revealed to people. So what's amazing is that they are. These gifts are coming in. And they're coming in ways that maybe we didn't expect. Maybe we're seeing things we didn't expect to see. Maybe we're able to do things with energy that we weren't aware of before. Maybe our beautiful heart has opened up so much that we can see situations. The growth that has happened with people is really beautiful. They don't always know that they've started to use their gift. So you need to remember that, because we all fit together with these different gifts. And not everybody has realized what their gift is, even if they may be using it already, because the human vessel hasn't realized it yet. So that's the next stage. As these parallels separate and we have more space we're going to be able to concentrate more, and we're not going to have as much interference. So as things happen over this month, it's okay if they're spread out a little bit. They don't have to be all in one day. Because it's in our highest good if maybe they're not all in one day. Because we've gotten to a point where we don't necessarily always need that. Humanity wasn't at that point before. But now we have our crystalline body that is integrating, it's lighting up. Our DNA is lit up. We're in the 5th density, even though we may not be aware of it because our brain isn't allowing us to see it yet. The receiver is what is going to expand. Your brain is going to become more and more aware of what's actually around us already. And I think that the collective contract is going to be to move forward quite quickly. And one of the things that's so beautiful is because we've taken this a little bit slower and a little bit kinder, we're going to be galactic citizens quite a bit faster. So this was going to take a much longer time. But we're actually moving forward quite a bit faster from my point of view. And the vibration has increased so much. So the 3D and eventually the 4D, and these are densities, will disappear. And the beginning will be 5th density, which is where humanity will reside as it grows. And it's an absolutely beautiful place to be. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because I've been becoming more and more aware of what's going on in the astral plane, and more aware of the real story. And one of the things too is that as your beautiful soul gets more and more time chatting with your brain and your heart, and you become more and more aware of the things that your soul knows, you're going to be expanding. That's where your perception is going to come from. You're going to have stories that may differ from other people's stories because maybe you were an Andromedan and your soul is going to tell you things from that point of view. Maybe you were a fairy. Maybe you were a wizard. Maybe you've been all of those things. But your soul's favorite thing, favorite story, their version will be what you learn. So really, the need of humanity to know all the details of everything doesn't work. Because nobody's details are going to be the same as the other person's details. So we need to learn our own details. We need to open up our mind and allow the message from inside to reach us. And I think that is going to be what happens over the next 6 months to 2 years. We're going to be ourselves. And we're going to see things in a completely different way. Our world is going to become such a magical place. And humanity, the consciousness within this beautiful body that we are growing up, basically. We're the parent, the body is the child. We are growing up this beautiful consciousness so that they are no longer in slavery. Instead, they will create their own soul group. And they will be an absolutely beautiful group. So that no one will be left behind. And that is where we go one, we go all. That's the ultimate meaning. Because we are all one. But this beautiful human gets to have its own soul group through this ascension process. And that's a game changer. Because those third and fourth densities can now go away. We won't need them anymore. We're not going to be in polarity any longer. We're going to be and know who we are. We don't need the game of forgetting to continue, which is the learning tool that we've used here on Earth. Anyway, I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful month. I will be off and on YouTube for the next 2 weeks, week and a half. But I wanted to share this with you because it's very important. You're absolutely worthy and absolutely beautiful. And your heart will guide the way through this process. And as things start to fall apart, almost like cogs that don't meet anymore, all these systems that are 3D, they start to fall apart and fall away. Just know that you are safe. Your soul is going to keep you that way. You're here to learn something more amazing than humanity has ever learned before. And you're going into that place of absolute freedom. So enjoy it. And let go of the fear of change as we go through this process. We don't need to be afraid of anything anymore. So, sending you guys all lots of love. And we'll talk soon. Bye.